The following program is rated E.
Today on Cityline, the stockings were hung by the chimney with care. Now you have to fill them.
It's fun to put together a stocking, but sometimes people struggle with it.
All the best stuff for a sensational stocking.
And we're gonna start with a Gucci, baby.
Then Chef Matt Dean Pettit is here with the tasty appetizer that won't start arguments at your holiday party.
And it's a neutral cheese,
and
right?
It's neutral.
So neutral in the fact that, you know, it's not political, doesn't take sides. No, I'm just kidding.
And later, Frankie Flowers has plants for every type of person on your list.
That person that all leads with their heart, you want to get a plant that not only has a heart-shaped leaf, but also a heart-shaped bloom.
It's Cityline with Tracy Moore.
You're here. There's like a million people here in studio today. It is a brand new week. We have got a lot of fun for you today on the show, from making cocktails to dinner hosting tips. We've got you covered. Plus, we're taking the stress out of stuffing those stockings with the very creative Shoana Jensen. She is the answers. Shoana. It's exciting to me that we've gotten to stocking time because I love the stockings.
It's fun to put together a stocking, but sometimes people struggle with it.
Well, because it's usually left to the end, I feel. Are you the sort of person that wraps everything that you put in the stocking? Because I know you're very particular.
I am very particular.
And I say that in the kindest way because I love your brand of particularity.
Yeah, it's not uptight,
yeah.
Hopefully. To answer your question, sometimes, like Greg and I have some years done the stocking as the gift. Like we fill it with a bunch of maybe elevated stocking stuffers, like lip balm, for example.
Right.
And so
lip balm and underwear.
Yeah. When we do that, I wrap them individually when it's
That's
like
sweet.
the gift. But
Right.
otherwise, I would just toss it all in.
Toss it all in and just make sure the stuff is good. So you have brought good stuff for the stocking stuffers because you've got a very discerning eye.
Thanks.
So let's start with these products.
Yeah, let's. And this is kind of along the lines of elevating the stockings, some of them, because I think we're all pretty versed on what you just said.
The underwear and the lip balm?
Yeah, and the candy and things like that. Yeah. So we're gonna take some of the stockings up a notch.
Okay.
And we're gonna start with a Gucci, baby.
Like these look beautiful.
I know. So Gucci Cosmetics, I mean, for starters, let's pause on the packaging.
Yes.
Because of course they're going to make an unbelievably stunning, gorgeous lipstick. When you pull this lipstick out, or whoever you've gifted it to, but I say you gift it to yourself as well, when you pull it out and you put it on, you're going to feel fabulous. They're going to feel fabulous because it's so pretty.
Yeah.
What this is a re-edition of their best-selling colors.
Okay.
They're matte. They're very, very multi-skin tone friendly. These go on all sorts of different skin tones.
Yeah.
Like I said, amongst their best sellers, but they're really, really velvety and smooth.
They look like it.
Sometimes a matte lipstick, I find, can be a little bit chalky.
Yeah.
This is absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
And so this is amazing for your beauty lovers, your fashion girls, your label lovers, something like that they really just want a shot of that luxury in their stocking.
There's so many beauty files out there, and we know this because so many of them come to the Cityline audience, so this is the sort of treat that they will love when they get in their stocking.
Yeah, and
very
they're
nice.
Exclusive at Holt Renfrew right now.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move along. We're staying in the beauty area.
Yes, but we're going to go into scent.
Okay.
So you know Daisy by Marc Jacobs.
Iconic.
Iconic. It is 100. Everyone's
We know that one.
And there's 3 different scents within that Daisy profile.
Okay.
So what they've done is so smart. I love thinking outside the box.
Okay.
And what they've done is they've packaged their Daisy scents into these little single ampules.
Okay. Oh,
So
is that what they're
let
called?
me-
Ampules.
Well, that's the word I'm going to use because I think
that's
what they
good.
are.
I don't know what to call them. They look like little pearls.
They do look like little pearls.
Yeah.
Let me see if we can get that. It's so little, it's hard to get. And so you twist off the little top, and they're filled with 1 dose of perfume.
I'm trying to twist off the top with my claws, and it's not working.
Give it a twist. There you,
oh,
there you go.
I got it. Okay.
And so you're dabbing on your wrist. I know. So here's why.
It's very
for starters,
nice.
they're the only brand that has this.
Yeah.
They're the ones
never
that
seen
are
that.
leading it, and you just know other brands are going to be getting on this. But these are absolutely brilliant for travel.
Oh, that's
because
nice.
these are going to be security friendly, right? Because
Yes.
it's not all liquid.
Yeah.
But also backpacks, your purse, your work bag, your little makeup bag, whatever you want. They come in the tin, and so it's smaller than a tin of mints, but just don't get them confused with your mints.
That's very nice.
Yes.
They smell good. Don't eat them.
Your breath will be smelling like Mark Jacobs Daisy.
Very beautiful and clean.
Pretty breath
yes.
instead of minty
And I
breath.
make everything into a lotion, so I just rub this on my hands.
Yeah,
but
it's
don't
all
do
right.
that either. It's
That's
just a
okay.
little fragrance.
Yes, you can.
It's
you can.
very nice.
And those are exclusive at Shoppers Drug Mart for those that are looking for those.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move right along here to these.
Okay, so these are hand warmers. And hand warmers have been around for a long time. But what I love about these is they're rechargeable, so they're not just single-use hand warmers.
Nice.
They are really ergonomically correct. As you can see, you can put them in your hands. Let's say you're a runner, when run out straight, you're easily holding onto these without a problem. They give you 16 hours solid in one charge. I know, I mean, I'm not staying outside for that long. One can be in each hand, but they can also are magnetic, will work together as one larger one. And the reason that I came up with that you want this is like a high hockey mom, sitting in a rink, and you just kind of want that thing to warm yourself, and you want it to be the double heat.
Yeah.
Put it under your coat, and that keeps you warm.
Oh, I would sit on it.
And yes, tushies get cold in there.
Oh, the bleachers are cold.
It's
to
true.
sit on it.
And the side
so good.
benefit of those is if your phone runs out of battery, you can charge it through those too.
Oh,
and I got that from
good.
Amazon.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I love that. We were stuck with Hot Shots when we were growing up, like single use.
Yeah.
This is way better.
Way better.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving right along. You've got something for the tea lover?
Wine lover.
Wine lover.
Actually, but I've got tea lover too, but hold
We're
on
gonna do
one
tea
sec.
later.
We're going to do
First
wine first.
wine.
We're going to do wine first.
Yes.
So this is a decanter, and your wine lover probably has a decanter. If not, there's another gift idea. You're welcome.
Totally.
But this is made by Ulio, and what this is a wine filter. And the reason why this is great, it comes in this size. You can fit it over a wine glass too, so you don't have to drink the whole bottle.
Okay.
If you just want a glass.
Okay.
And you're going to pour your wine into this, and it's going to help filter out the things that give a lot of people sensitivity around wines, that give them the headaches and the stuffiness. So that's histamines that can be in wine naturally, sulfates, things like that. And so this will help filter out all of those things for the people that are sensitive to that. That might be causing headaches and things
love
like that.
That's a great
So it's a great little stocking stuffer. Again, it's an elevated one, but I think it's one that would be really loved.
I love that for the wine lovers in your life.
Yeah.
And how about the cookie lovers in your
Okay,
life? Everyone's got those.
The cookie, everyone's got those,
Yes.
and whiskey lovers.
Yeah,
So
okay.
these are cookies that are made by a company called Aunt Beth.
Okay.
Beth is a real person, and she's very sweet. and Beth actually had a really long career in the whiskey world, in the spirits world. Then everything happened over the last few years. She pivoted, and her love of baking meshed with her love of whiskey. And now she makes cookies and baked goods with whiskey in them. And don't worry,
All right, Beth.
if you're not a whiskey lover, these are still for you because they're cookies. So don't be scared off by either way.
Yes.
They're delicious. So there could be ones that are ginger with a rye in it, or like a scotch type thing with a shortbread cookie. And she does cookies that are gluten-free, vegan, and of course traditionally baked as well.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
who doesn't
great.
love cookies? Everyone in our audience is going to take home 2 bags of Aunt Beth's whiskey cookies. Enjoy. Now tea. Let's talk tea. You're a tea girl, aren't you?
Now talk tea. Yes, I'm a tea
You're a
girl,
tea
I'm a
girl.
coffee girl, I'm a wine girl, I'm a beverage girl.
Okay, you're a beverage girl.
Yeah. But I do love teas, and this is a tea line that a naturopathic doctor created, Dr. Kara, and it's called Living Apothecary.
Okay.
Tea's a nice gift for the tea lover, but these are filled with legitimate wellness. These are teas that taste delicious, but also help you with different things. There's a cleanse, there's skin, there's restore, there's sleep, there's digest. My favorite one, for example, is digest. It's really good to help after you eat something that doesn't agree with you or overeat, for bloating, etc.
Okay.
And women-owned and made in Canada, but all by hand.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah,
It's nice to elevate that if you do have a tea lover in your life.
Quality
I think that's
over
beautiful.
quantity. Yeah.
Well, to fill all of your stockings with these goodies, you can click on the QR code to shop everything on this table. And if you're at the point right now where you're making a list and checking it twice, you can give the gift of play this holiday season and create moments of joy with this Mattel prize pack. It includes Uno, Quattro, Pictionary Air 2, Pictionary versus AI, Blockus, and the Barbie Beach and Boardwalk playset. The Barbie Beach and Boardwalk playset.
Oh, yes, please.
Available in-store or online at walmart.ca or here at Cityline because you're taking them all home. We're getting the Christmas shopping started. More Cityline after the break. Stay with us. Thank you. Coming up, Chef Matt has appetizer ideas that are stress-free.
And you're like, oh my God, this is going to turn out perfect.
Yeah.
Don't get stressed if it doesn't go always to exactly what this looks like.
Good-looking audience today. It is beginning to smell a lot like Christmas here. Can you smell that? It's a little bit of baked goods. Here to help us set the tone for our taste buds with some amazing appetizers, Chef Matt Dean Pettit, Little Santa. You're very
Little
festive.
Santa. I am very festive.
We love that.
That is one of the nicest things anybody's ever called me, Little Santa.
Little Santa.
I will take that. Thank you very much.
That's
right. I'm
nice.
feeling festive here in the Cityline kitchen.
You're always very giving, so it's fitting that you're wearing that Santa cap
Thank
and
you.
talking to us a little bit about food. There's something really beautiful about making food to share with others. But if you were going to make some appetizers, because that's what we're going to make.
We are.
And people are coming to your house, how do you know how many appetizers to make?
So if you're me,
there an equation?
you know, is there an equation? That's a great question. You know,
Yeah.
how many are we doing for guests coming? So
Yeah.
I always say, you know, if you've got maybe 4 guests coming, you know, the rule of thumb might be 2 appetizers per kind of thing, right?
Okay.
An appetizer, it's meant to be appetizing, sort of start the mood. It's start the party. So it doesn't, you know, something like we're about to do that has a little bit of bread in it, it might fill people up quick.
Right.
So again, you still want to get to the, you know, the main
The
dish
dinner.
or the dinner or desserts or drinks.
Right.
So let's not, but the rule of thumb for me is always, you know, 1 to 2 little bites per person.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and these are
that's a
going to
great
be
question.
more filling bites because what is the first one we're going to be talking about?
I love that. Look at that little display there. So again, this is festive. I love baking spices. So this is the cranberry brie bites.
Very
Super
cute.
simple, very easy. You know how I work. We can either highfalutin make something fancy where we're wearing, you know, a suit and dresses and a black tie event.
Yeah.
But this is something on a Tuesday that you can make that's approachable. It's simple. It's easy. You're using, you know, crescent dough. Let's make life easy. Let's have a drink. It's the holiday time.
Let's do that. Let's
right?
wear maybe our tracksuits and do this.
But this
How
is
about
this
that?
is why we're
right?
friends.
Let's do that.
Right? Maybe we'll just get a little wine going here.
Do it in the tracksuits.
So step into the kitchen, teas. So
Yes.
here we go. Again, you know I always lay everything out. So if you look, so crescent dough, always great to have a tube or 2 in the holiday time. And again, just, you know, pop it out and away you go. So look at this little baking pan, may
Well,
I?
I don't want to show them
Please?
this. Like this is
at
really
this,
the
right?
thing that is making this recipe so cute. They're little Christmas
Little
trees.
Christmas trees, and it's always fun because this is a fun recipe, and I love baking. But
Yeah.
necessarily when you bake, like this looks perfect, and you're like, oh my God, this is going to turn out perfect.
Yeah.
Don't get stressed if it doesn't go always to exactly what this looks like, because 80% is good enough,
Close
right?
enough. Yeah, it's
So
close enough.
let's get into it. So again, you've got the oven, 375.
Yep.
I'm gonna bake these off for about 12 minutes. So this is a very, very simple. We're just gonna do a little cooking spray, and again, so you can in that nonstick muffin pan pull it out.
Okay.
So Tia, if you don't mind, I have pulled these out, and we're just gonna sort of form them in. Okay, so we're just gonna push it in and form it. And again, this is the fun part.
Tree-ish.
This is that's fun to say.
Right?
Christmas tree-ish.
Christmas tree-ish.
So again, this is something you can get the kids involved, get, you know, your crazy aunt and uncle involved. You know what I mean? Put people to work here.
Whoever wants to help out.
Whoever wants to help.
And by the way, this beautiful little mold, dollar store.
Right?
So
it is.
very
Shout out.
affordable.
That's it.
Grab that, and it's going to make all your cookies or all your baked goods look really super
Make
cute.
life easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is called the cranberry brie bite.
Yes.
So we are just going to pop a little bit of brie. You can use any cheese. If you were swapping in your household, Tracy Moore,
Yeah.
and you did not want to use brie, what would you use?
Do you want me to tell you my addiction right now?
Well, I think everybody wants to hear it.
Balderson's truffle cheese. Oh, it is so
Good
good.
cheese.
I'm putting it on everything
I know
these
it.
days. So
I
would
know
put
it.
If that is if you're a truffle person, because truffle's very distinct.
I was gonna say,
I
you
can
have
have
to
truffle
be.
in anything. If you're not into it, bypass.
And your
Like,
neighbors are smelling truffle right now.
Absolutely.
For the next
I
till
love that.
till New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
But I
for
also
sure.
love truffle.
I love
Yeah.
that truffle
Yeah.
cheese. Okay, but brie's good because brie's gonna melt really.
It's a melty cheese,
really
soft
nicely.
cheese, and it's a neutral cheese,
And it's
right?
neutral.
So neutral in the fact that, you know, it's not political, doesn't take sides. No, I'm just kidding. We have enough.
It's Switzerland.
In Switzerland.
We
have
don't
enough.
need any politics
We
at
have,
this
well, we have
party.
enough. I'm sure with holiday parties, there's enough like family fun going on between aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, everything. So let's just keep the cheese bites to happy times, right? Let's keep it happy times. So we're topping with a little bit of cranberry.
boy.
Super fun, just easy peasy.
And this is like right out of the can.
Right out of the
everybody.
can, exactly. It is tough, right?
Yeah.
Things are expensive. Let's make, you know, holiday appetizers approachable and affordable.
Well, what I love about this is you're making it in real time. We only have like a minute and a half
Totally,
left.
that's all we need.
We're putting
Cinnamon.
a little pinch of some flavor in there, some
I
cinnamon. You've
love
got some
holiday.
brown sugar.
Brown sugar. We're doing cayenne with a little bit of pop.
Cayenne.
These are holiday baking spices for me.
That's
So
nice.
tea, a little brown sugar, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit it with a little bit of pecan if you can as well. Thank you.
Are we like pecan? Or are we pecan?
You know what? I go pecan, but if we're gonna make it fancy, you look
Pecan.
fancy right now. You look
Let's
great.
do pecan.
Let's do pecan.
Very nice.
So into the oven. As you do that, I'll pull the other one out. Thank you. So 375, 12 minutes. I'm gonna pop this one if
So
you
easy.
can. Right? So
Very
inside
nice.
there, thank you. Let's always keep an eye on these. These are absolutely stunning. I want to take a look at this. Look at that melty brie. Can we just
That's
talk
beautiful.
about that for a second?
How hot is it? Because I want to show Steve.
It's not too bad. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can do this.
You can do.
I'm
You've
a
got
mother.
chef. You've got chef
Yeah,
mother
I'm
and
fine.
chef hands.
Yeah, this is
Welcome
great.
to the kitchen life.
So you see what we said? They're triangles. They're not exactly a Christmas tree. Who cares?
Who cares?
It's going to taste
Right?
delicious when you put it in your
It
stomach.
is. You know, we can look at
Talk
this.
about these while you plate those for me.
Absolutely. So again, having a little crescent roll dish in your house. I made kielbasa, smoked kielbasa rolls. So again, wrap it, roll it. I put a little bit of cooked kielbasa. You could always use something like ground meat or ground turkey.
Nice.
I did a little Dijon butter sort of rub inside and out. 12 minutes. You look like a baking pro.
Genius.
A genius. Thank you very
really,
much. A
it's an
genius.
elevated pigs and blanket is what it is, right?
You know what? I love pigs in blanket. And
So
if we
do
can make it
I.
fancy, I'm finishing these with a little bit of sage, and
Very
look at that,
nice.
we're all set.
They're gorgeous, and the recipes are on cityline.tv. Maddie's going to be back later to shake things up with a few holiday cocktails, which we're very excited about.
You know it.
Now, we're about to make a kitchen enthusiast's wishes come true thanks to TSC, because one lucky audience member will be going home with this smart oven air fryer from Breville. It's your all-in-one solution for stress-free and delicious meals this holiday season. We're going to draw for it after the show. And if you want to get one of these ovens for the holidays, scan the QR code below to shop the show. We're taking a short break, everyone. Stay with us. More coming up. Coming up, plant presents for the people you love and...
For that person at the office that you really don't like,
Welcome back. Now, we've all got those people on our list that are difficult to buy for. Plants can make a great gift and add color and life to the season. Now, what if we could match the plant to the personality on your list? Enter Frank Ferragini. He's the man for the job. All right, Frankie. This sounds like a lot of fun. So you've actually broken down the personalities and matched them to the plant that you suggest we buy and why. And I feel like the why is going to be my favorite part. So do you want to get started?
Let's get started. I just want to let you know, if you hear little voices in the background, I'm at Royal Botanical Gardens. So there's a lot of kids and moms that come through the Botanical Gardens. So there's a lot of personality here already.
We love that. You know what? The more kids, the more moms, the better. Let them run right through your shot. We're okay with it around here. So let's start with number one. You better hope the narcissist in your life isn't watching this segment. What is our first personality, Frankie?
Well, when it comes out there to the narcissist, there's actually been some studies as well, and it seems that narcissists really like a fiddle leaf fig. A fiddle leaf fig is a plant that's generally one that's a little bit more difficult to take care of and really takes a little bit longer in terms of its growth pattern. We're going to come back to this plant because even though that is a fiddle leaf fig, there's another story behind that plant. So a fiddle leaf fig is for the narcissist.
I feel like that fiddle leaf fig is all over social media, so this whole thing tracks. Okay.
Yes.
Next on your list, Frankie, you've got the empath. What plant is for the empath?
The empath, that person that all leads with their heart. You want to get a plant that not only has a heart-shaped leaf, but also a heart-shaped bloom.
Aww.
And this is anthurium. Anthurium is actually a beautiful plant that's easy to grow indoors, that can last for years, really, and can be really just a nice plant just even by the office chair. So this is something that can be a tabletop, beautiful little plant, super easy, and it does have that heart-shaped leaf, and it's all about giving heart, and plants actually make you feel better, so this will make you feel better.
See, low maintenance and lovely. That's perfect for the empath. Now, what do you have for the anxious or the eager person on our list?
Yeah, anxious or eager is that person that's always going to be worried about killing a plant. That person that's going to be like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this. I don't have any confidence in myself. Are you sure I really should be having this? That person, right? So that person there, what you have to do is get them something that's going to be almost bulletproof. And this is what's called Zamifolia, the ZZ plant. It actually has fairly strong root systems that are tubers, the roots themselves, and actually maintain moistures and hold moisture. So this is a plant that's really good for that anxious person because this one here is very forgiving. And this one here doesn't need that much attention. Just chill out, be calm, let the plant do what it's gonna do. No need to be anxious.
Yeah, just calm down. I think that might be me, though. I don't like to kill the plant, so thank you for that suggestion if it's a hardy plant. How about the fixer or the health nut? You know, we've all got one of those on our list. What should we be getting them plant-wise?
You know, the health nut, a good plant would be aloe vera, but also a nice plant seasonally for this time of year would be a rosemary tree. So you can see the rosemary planted and then pruned into a tree. Rosemary, of course, is not only culinary, but has many medicinal benefits. Rosemary, if we were to take rosemary and we were to put it in olive oil and then we were to massage it on our head, some say, it's kind of folklore, that it would get rid of bald spots, but as I've been saying, I've been doing it, not really working out, but the medicinal person, rosemary, also, if you breathe rosemary in, will release enough to increase blood circulation and will make you a little bit smarter.
See, that's why Frankie's so intelligent. Yes, it's going to make you smarter. We love that.
I'm always smelling rosemary. Yeah.
Always. Okay, how about the dreamer on our list, Frankie? What do you got for them?
The dreamer, what I would get is, unfortunately, I couldn't find one, but lucky bamboo or even a money tree. Maybe somebody that's really bad with their finances needs a money tree as well. But those are two really great plants, really good for feng shui and also really good for Chinese New Year.
Yeah, sign me up for a money tree, my friend, please. Now let's talk about the obsessive compulsive cleaner. Have we got a clean plant for them?
Well, the obsessive compulsive cleaner that's out there, of course, would be somebody that would really benefit from maybe even the designer out there as well, is the orchid. Of course, the orchid is something that's going to be one that maintains and gives that beautiful look. And for that person that's so obsessive about how their home looks, if they're that obsessive, just a white orchid in a single nice little white pot like that, that's what they're gonna love because they just want everything to be so perfect. My life's perfect, everything's perfect, my flowers are perfect.
Yeah, no shade there, Frankie.
Whatever.
Okay. How about the homemaker or the cook in our lives? What have you got for them?
Not just a plant, I actually have a planting system. This is the Aero Garden system. It's an individual way to grow food indoors during the winter time, and you can even grow herbs. What I like about this well is you just fill it with water and it's kind of like, forget it. It even has a vacation mode on there, so you can actually, when you go on vacation, you put it on the mode and you can grow fresh herbs or even tomatoes indoors. Perfect.
That's really cool. Okay, your last one feels like it may apply to me, but what would you suggest for the traveler in our lives?
So we're going to go back to the fiddle leaf fig that's here because this thing here looks real, but I faked you guys all out. If you're going to be traveling, you're not around to take care of your plant, this one here is artificial. It's fake. It's plastic.
Oh, this guy's got my
that's
number.
the one you got to go do. And finally, I added one more, guys. For that person at the office that you really don't like.
Good old cactus. Prickly. When they hold it, they're going to cry. All of the good things. Frankie, thank you so much for that. That's awesome. From plant
Thanks,
gifts.
guys.
Yeah, we love you, Frankie. From plant gifts to pant gifts. Buffalo Jeans has been dressing you from the bottoms up for over 50 years, whether you're buying a gift for a loved one or treating yourself. Buffalo Jeans has this season's must-have gifts, and everyone in our audience is going home with a $50 Buffalo Jeans gift card to shop their new holiday collection. More Cityline after the break. Stay with us. More coming up. Coming up, the pros and cons of cocktail parties versus dinner parties.
This is the other con that I would say is the seating arrangements. If
Yeah.
you have a complicated group of people,
Yeah.
family. No, my family's great.
Everyone knows that hosting the holidays can take your stress level from 0 to 60. So she's back with tips to make sure this year will be the holiday entertaining season that you actually enjoy. Shoana, you have hosted a lot of parties.
Yep.
And I want to talk about the difference between doing a dinner party or a cocktail party
Yeah.
because they're very different things. And very different vibes.
Yeah, and like pros and cons to both.
Yes.
So think about the style you want. Well, let's go through the pros and cons, and then you guys can
Okay.
kind of decide what you're looking for.
And I will
know?
get you all to decide. Let's weigh in on this. So let's
Right.
start with the dinner party, the pros.
Pros. So dinner parties are really intimate.
Yes.
Even if they're a big group of people. It can be
Yeah.
intimate 4 people, 2 people actually, of
Yeah.
course. And it can be intimate even if there's 12 or more. Because basically at a dinner party, you're whoever's in your orbit during the meal is
You're
really
stuck.
who you're talking to. Stuck.
You're
That might be a
stuck.
con coming
It
up.
could be a con.
Foreshadowing. And so they tend to be really intimate, whether that's a
Yeah.
good thing or a bad thing. For real, good. Hopefully you can get into deeper conversations.
Totally.
You can maybe meet new people.
Yeah.
And so they're definitely intimate.
Yeah.
The other thing that's a pro for some people is you can really flex your culinary skills.
Oh,
if you want to
yeah.
plan a menu and you want to course it out and
Yeah.
do wine pairing with it, or even if you're new at this and you want to practice, try doing a 2-course dinner, a 3-course dinner or something, whatever your level is at. Dinner parties give you an opportunity to kind of flex, explore, expand. If you're with a crowd that you are comfortable with,
Yeah.
expand your previous dinner party experience, let's
I
say.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that can be a lot of fun. Any other pros?
And then one other pro would be you can choose a dinner party, can be formal or casual.
True.
So you can go all out and do the full 9s, or it can be a casual dinner party. It can be family, style, family dining. It can be whatever you want. So
Yeah.
I like that it can kind of fit the style of for yourself so you have fun, but also of your friends and family that are invited.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the cons. Why should you think twice before hosting a dinner party?
Yeah, major con, and I fully get this, is it's extremely time consuming.
No kidding.
It's really time consuming to plan a proper dinner party.
Yeah.
Your menu planning, your maybe wine pairing, you're maybe doing, appetizers on top of the dinner party, like or hors d'oeuvres or pre-cocktails or lots of prep, multiple dishes. If you're
Yeah.
coursing, you're figuring that out. Now, I'm not trying to intimidate somebody out of doing a dinner party,
Yeah.
but even if it's a small, more modest type version of it, for you, that also might be challenging, so that's a time-consuming thing. So I would call that a con. Listen, I still think it's great fun, and I love doing it,
Yeah.
but it's one of the things that are con. I
Also,
would say.
dietary restrictions.
Yes.
You got to take all that into account. You
You
got to take into
definitely
account,
do.
are people going to get along? Is the
Yeah.
ambiance going to be good? good.
Well,
The conversations.
This is the other con that I would say is the seating arrangements. If
Yeah.
you have a complicated group of people,
Yeah.
family. No, my family's great. Not mine, but some people do. Complicated.
No, it can be. It can get complicated.
I have
with
to see my
family.
family for Christmas in a couple
Yeah,
of weeks.
they're
I gotta
good.
make sure I'm not dissing them right now. No, love them. No, but whether it's your friends and family, like maybe a friend, a couple, they're not having a great time right now, and they shouldn't be seated at the same part of the table. And you have to think of that and do seating arrangements. And so maybe if that's your case, a dinner party might be adding more
Stress.
cons than pros.
Yeah, there's nothing worse, and this happened a couple of times, than a couple that is jabbing at each other the whole night.
Oh,
It's like,
the worst.
is this going to turn into a full-blown
Yes.
domestic here?
Yeah.
Like, I wish this wasn't happening in my dining room.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it very awkward.
Yep.
So let's move on to cocktail parties.
Yeah.
Cocktail party, what do you think is good about them?
Okay, I love a cocktail party,
Yeah.
beyond the cocktails, but I really do love a cocktail party because I'm a social butterfly, and that's
Yes.
the biggest pro when it comes to cocktail parties. It's awesome for socializing.
Right.
You can go in and out of conversations, you can butt into people, what they're talking about, you can move along, you can get a moment kind of to chat with everybody you want to,
Yeah.
maybe meet new people. You're not kind of stuck in that one area.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
and
movement.
There's movement. There's flow to it. I love that part of it. I definitely a pro. I understand that might be a con for some if you're shy. I do
True.
understand that.
Yeah.
And also, I find cocktail parties less formal. And I don't
too.
necessarily mean dress. If you want to show up and to ask everybody to come in their nines, like a New Year's Eve party, all decked out, that's
Yeah.
cool. And so are like jeans and slippers
Right.
for a cocktail party, whatever your style is. But it's less formal because it's casual conversations.
Yeah.
Pop in and have small talk. Find a corner and get into a deep conversation. It can kind of go with the flow and what your mood is for that day.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Anything that's tricky about them?
It is, I would say the tricky thing about them is limited seating.
Yeah.
If you've got people that are elderly or can't stand for a long time for whatever reason, you have to make sure they're accommodated for.
Mm-hmm.
And I find at cocktail parties, once a few people start to sit down, everybody kind of wants
That's
to do that
true.
sit down. So you have to make sure you have a lot of seating if that's something that you think is going to come your way with your group.
Yes.
And I think could be a pro or a con is I find cocktail parties are less food focused often.
Yeah.
This can be different strokes for different folks, but that can be a good thing if you're not great at planning menus. But you can kind of serve whatever it is you want, a mishmash of things. You don't have to plan it out so much.
Yeah.
It's nibbles. But it can be a con because it's also less focused.
Right.
You know, so if you need someone who needs more focus,
Yeah.
it can be less food focused. But
What's your favorite?
I do like both, but I would, if I had to choose one, I like a cocktail party because I like the social. And
Okay.
it can get into dancing and
Everything should lead to dancing in my
Yes,
world.
I
Like that
know,
needs to be
yes.
the ultimate place where we end.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask the audience, dinner party. What do you think? By applause, would you be into hosting a dinner party? Oh.
Okay.
Would you be into hosting a cocktail party? It's all about the stress-free entertaining,
Yes.
and that's what I think when I think cocktail party. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
love it, Shoana. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Let's take a break. More coming up, everyone. Stay with us. Cocktails it is. Coming up, Chef Matt is back, and he's moved from food to beverage. Are you making these cocktails
A
as
lot?
people
Yes,
are...
I am. No, I'm just kidding.
We are back with Chef Matt in the kitchen. So this time we're making cocktails, and not just any cocktails, ones with all the fixings. They look so beautiful. I mean, they're going to be three, a couple alcoholic, one non-alcoholic, so everyone is involved and can partake, right?
That's right, that's right.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
So your first cocktail, my friend, what are you making?
Yeah, so again, let's set things out, make life easy, right? So
Yeah.
welcome to, MDP's bar here. So little shout out, we have a local distillery here in Toronto called
Yeah.
Nickel 9. So the
Okay.
first cocktail we're gonna do is the Festive Spritz.
Lovely.
So this is a vodka-based cocktail. So what I wanna do is always lots of ice. T, can you fire off 1 ounce of vodka for me here?
got it.
We're gonna do this together. I'll pull this closer to you.
Are you making these cocktails
A
as
lot?
people
Yes,
are...
I am. No, I'm just kidding.
As people are walking in the door, are you waiting for them to get there?
It's a
Like,
great
what's the
question.
timing on this?
It's a great question. So it depends on how many people I do have coming in.
Can I
so
go for it?
Yes, please. 1 vodka ounce in. Thank you very much. We'll take this back over to the bar. So I always want to, if there's 20 people, obviously have things set up.
Yeah.
Ice and stuff, you don't want to be, you have to time it. You have
Okay.
to use common sense when it's coming to this kind of stuff.
You don't want it sitting out there
You just
for
don't
like
want it
half an
sitting
hour.
out. That's exactly right. So
Okay.
in this spritz, super simple what we're doing. So we've got our vodka in. We're just going to top up with about 3 ounces of tonic. If you notice, we're using beautiful glassware, so it's a lovely spritz little wine glass.
Gorgeous.
Sparkling wine. So again, you can feel festive and do you know what this is called?
That is a stopper.
Stopper, champagne stopper.
Champagne stopper.
I thought you were going to say maybe thingamajig kind of thing. Like,
Well,
you know what I mean? It's like one of those things you have in a...
I really wanted to.
It's
a
okay.
thingamajig.
It's a thingamajig.
But it's going to keep your bubbles on
It's
point.
going to keep
It's
the
crucial,
bubbles on
actually.
point.
It's,
So that
I
is
put
actually-
a spoon in mine, but that's not what you're
I'm
supposed
using,
to do.
you can do that. That's a
Yeah,
great
I've
thing to
done
home
that.
if you do not have it. So the spoon is actually going to keep bubbles in it, just weirdly, I guess, science.
Okay.
Again, here we're doing our beautiful vodka spritz. So rosemary, we're singing, we're talking
Nice.
festive flavors.
Yeah.
Again, let's get, everything in. I've got a little bit of frozen cranberry. And this is something, we want to finish that with a beautiful sort of holiday little thing here.
Nice.
And c'est la vie.
Is there like a name for this one?
The festive holiday spritz.
Festive Holiday Spritz.
Yeah. The festive holiday spritz.
It's festive. It says holidays.
It says holidays.
Very
it's very
nice.
festive. So the next drink that we want to do, you mentioned non-alcoholic cocktails,
Yes.
right? So non-alcoholic cocktails. So
Let's include everyone so they're
let's
not just
include-
hanging out with a water bottle.
And can
Like,
I
that's
also say
boring.
one thing that's very cool and happening, and I see it in our restaurants, I see it now all over the place,
Yeah.
is people are having, sure, you don't have to necessarily not have up. Maybe you have one.
Yeah.
Because people are driving, they want to take it easy, whatever
Yeah.
it might be. Have one. And then people are switching to these great NA cocktails, NA being non-alcoholic. And it is fantastic. It's
Yeah.
great. So again, doesn't mean that you can't be partaking in all the fun, but
Right.
just sort of be responsible. So this is easy. So again, we've rimmed our glass in candy cane. So you can do this either with
my gosh,
corn
lovely.
syrup, dip it in a little bit candy canes,
Yeah.
crushed candy canes, have some fun with it. Here I'm using just a little bit of my favorite sort of flavored bubbly. So instead of using what we did in tonic in the first one,
Yep.
I've got like a Mary Berry sort of holiday
Oh, nice.
juice here. As you saw, we used Cava in the first one.
Yeah.
This is a non-alcoholic Gavi, a sparkling wine.
Oh, nice.
So again, we're just going to top that right up.
We've
And
been talking on the show about how the non-alcoholic options have come a long way.
Incredible.
They actually taste good now.
They actually do taste good. Like they
it
actually
took a while to get there.
they taste actually incredible now, which is fantastic. Do you like rosemary?
I do.
Good, because I hope so, because 2 out of 3 drinks of here have rosemary in them. So
I love it.
thank you for saying you do. She's
love
like, I love
it.
this. So there's number 2.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into number 3. Are you a classic cocktail?
Whoa, that
right?
is really
Right?
nice.
And
that's the
punchy,
non-alcoholic one.
non-alcoholic.
This is really holiday.
It's very holiday. It screams the holiday. Speaking of which, good movie.
Is
The
that
Holiday,
rosemary?
great
Oh,
movie.
that's very good.
Makes me cry every time.
I know, right?
It really does.
Okay, the last one.
last one. So what we want to do, if I'm a classic fan of Negroni, so like a
Yeah.
classic sort of stirred-in cocktail.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And if you notice what I'm doing lots of ice. Don't just put
lot.
one that because the reason is you don't want that to distill like and just sort of blend down.
Okay. It's not going to water it down, by the way, all the ice.
No,
We've
it's not.
discussed
It's
this before
not.
on
It's
the
actually
show.
a little bit of dilution is okay in a cocktail. We're about
Yeah.
to show you why in a second. So again, nickel 9, a little shout out here too. We have an orange liqueur.
Okay.
So 1 ounce is in.
Yeah.
And if I may, we're going to put that back on our bar. We've got a little bit of apple liqueur. So
Nice.
that screams holiday time.
Absolutely.
And you can just see. Amazing. Have you ever watched the movie Tom Cruise Cocktail?
Of course I have.
Partly filmed in Toronto, by the way.
Yes, I remember that.
Can you be
fun
our
little
fun
factoid.
factoid? Can you be our Tom Cruise
Now,
cocktail?
you have a way that
you're
you
just,
want me to
yeah,
do
you just
it.
follow around the rim. So it's like a twirl. It's a wee twirl.
Oh, like
it's
this?
it's like if you're playing like the flute or something like this. That's it. Look at this.
I
Look
do
at-
so much
this
of
is
that,
good.
so
If
this
you
will
could
be
do that
so
about,
easy.
Well, now you have 15 people coming over. That's what you're going to do. A dehydrated orange. What we have here. So again, if you have an air
very
fryer at home,
crafty.
thank you. Yes, we're very crafty. I made this Santa hat actually. No, I didn't. Smell
I
it for
saw
me.
him take the tag off it before the show.
You might have
so.
helped me take the tag off. Smell that. So this is a dehydrated orange.
That's
if you have an
nice.
air fryer at home, thin slices, clementine oranges, put that in. Yes, here we go. That is a classic.
Can I,
That is-
Chef?
I think you should.
Oh my gosh, Steve, I'm so sorry. Here's your beautiful shot. Now can I drink it? Okay, thanks.
Yes. The moment we've been waiting for. It's good.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
punchy.
That's a
That's
lot,
punchy.
man.
Yeah, that's that
Take
has,
it easy.
Yeah,
Get an Uber home.
That has alcohol, exactly.
Okay,
Within
that's
reason.
a lot. They are all so beautiful, Maddie. Thank you
My
so
pleasure.
much. Thanks for all the amazing ideas this holiday season. And go to our website. We've got all of the holiday content you need at Cityline. appetizer.tv. Okay, up next, we are reading your minds. Well, I'm not. Mind reader Alex McAleer is going to be here. Don't miss it. Be right back to have your mind read. Happening right here. Welcome back. He has performed for a decade all over the world and is on tour right now with the sold-out show Champions of Magic, reading our minds and tapping into our thoughts. Please welcome Alex McAleer. Hello, hello.
Thank you.
I've actually seen Alex in action, and he's amazing. So how has it been touring with Champions of Magic?
Oh, it's incredible. It's amazing. It's a dream come true. Like, I was the little kid wanting to be up on a big stage, and now, as you said, for a decade, I've been touring with this show.
Yeah.
I'm just so lucky.
Well, we're lucky to have you here today.
Oh, it's a
so
pleasure.
I'm excited about this. I've heard you say that this isn't a psychic ability. So what does mind reading involve?
Well, yeah, it's not psychic. I don't read palms. I don't talk to the dead or anything spooky like that. What I do is based on people. I read people. I talk to people. I try and understand them. There's a bit of psychology, a bit of magic. And yeah, I make it look like I can read your mind.
Yes.
That's my real skill, yeah.
Let's get to it. How do we start?
So, so people watching know that we haven't set anything up. I want you to choose someone from our gorgeous studio audience here.
Yes. Okay, so
someone to come up, yeah.
Put up your hand if you want to be read, because I know not everyone does.
Brave.
Okay, why don't you come up here in the purple dress? Do you want to come up?
Come here. Of course, you got the mic.
Yeah,
Hello.
come on up.
That's gorgeous. What's your name?
Dion.
Dion. Very nice to meet you, Dion.
So I'm going to give that to him, and he can see you
Hi,
on
Dion.
mic.
So come stand right here.
Okay.
Face forward. Smile. You're in show business now. Just right here is good. You can hold that. So, Dion, we've never met before. We haven't set anything up.
No.
Right. So right now, I want you to think of. You're going to think of a word, a short word, okay? So less than 7 letters. But don't go for cat or dog. Because everyone goes for cat and dog for some reason.
That's totally where I
Got a
went
word in mind? Great. I'm going to give you this pen. And I'm also going to give you a piece of card, so I'll take that microphone off you. You're going to write down that word, just so we've got some proof later on. Don't let anyone else see it. You're going to write it down nice and clearly, then fold it back up, just like that. I'll take that for now. You do that, don't worry, I won't look, because with you, I want you to think of a person. Just their first name. And also maybe their relationship to you, who they might be.
Sure.
Again, write this down. Don't let the cameras see, so we've got some proof later on. Fold it back up so the writing's on the inside when you're done. And are you finished? Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Oh, you're not filling me with confidence. We're fine. I'll get rid of the pen. So, let me take this. And like, this is a really thick piece of card. You can't see through it, right?
No.
But so everyone knows it's safe. It's going to go inside this little envelope. Please make sure there's nothing else inside there.
No.
Nothing in there at all? No? And if you really look right here, there's nothing like in the bottom or anything like that? No? I'm going to put that in there. Good. So I'm going to pop it in here. Sorry, I didn't give her the microphone.
That's okay,
my
that's
fault.
okay. No, it's fine.
Could you lick and seal
TV's
that for
a lot
me?
of stuff.
Just lick. And if you could seal yours in there,
Yes.
I'll take back my pen. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want me to seal it?
Sealed. Thank you. Yes, please. Elegantly done.
Tried to.
I'm aware of the cameras. So their thoughts are safe for now. I'll deal with you first, so you can go back to your seat. But Tracy, you can relax for a while. In fact, I want you to sit on your envelope right here, so you know where it is at all times.
I will sit on the
Yours
answers.
will go here, but you're going to stay standing, okay?
Okay.
So hold that right here. It's perfect. So whatever this word is, you're going to say it in your head over and over again. Don't say it out loud. You just keep saying it in your head over and over again for me. That's good. That's nice and slow. Could you think of a letter somewhere in the middle of that word for me? Just one letter. Oh, you almost changed your mind. There's an E in there, but there's also the letter N. Is that right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just say, this sounds weird. Say your first name out loud for me. Say it again.
Dion.
Good. Say it again.
Dion.
Good. Now say your name, but just in your head. Good. Well done. Now say the word, but just in your head. Okay. I'm going to go with this. We'll just do this with you, and we'll try something else with you.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do it off camera. Do it on Instagram. Can we do that?
Yeah, we can.
We can do that.
We
okay.
can.
So,
yeah.
Can you tell everyone what's the word that you're thinking of?
Money.
That's what you want for Christmas too, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Thank you so much, Dion. I'll take that. You get to go back to it. You're wonderful. Thank you, Dion. You're
Thanks,
absolutely great.
Dion.
Give Dion a big round of applause.
Is it about the money, honey?
Money. It's all about the money.
It's all about the
the
money. Wow. Okay, I'm going to get him to read me, and we're going to put it on Cityline's Instagram page. Champions of Magic is traveling across Canada, and every show around the world has sold out. But we got our hands on a few tickets for one lucky audience member, so we're going to draw for that after the show. Good luck. It's a show you don't want to miss. Thank you. What a fun show. Thank you to our experts. Frankie, Shoans, come on in here. Don't be shy. You know how we roll. Frankie, Shoana, MVP. and Marshalls for the gorgeous holiday backdrop. We love it. Thank you, Alex. Stay safe, everyone. See you tomorrow. Mwah.